Hey guys, RPCuber here, and today I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks on how to be sub 30 on the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So the way I'm going to be setting this video out is right now I'm going to be doing a sub 30 solve, and then I'll be doing a solve which isn't sub 30, and then I'm going to say the faults in the solve, and then after I'm just going to do some random sub 30 solves whilst explaining some tips and tricks. So as you can see in this part of this solve, the cross is very slow. It took me around 7 seconds to do it in this non-sub 30 solve. In order to be sub 30, you need to be able to do the cross in around 3 to 4 seconds and blind, or at least solve most of the cross blind. And into the first pair, it was very inaccurate as I was doing lots of rotations, therefore making the solve slower. So during inspection, try to find the first pair or try and find part of it so it's easier for you. Here my F2L is very slow. It was around 20 seconds when I finished doing my F2L and I was onto my OLL. In order to be sub 30, you should be able to do the cross, the F2L and the OLL within at least 20 seconds or 21 seconds. Therefore, during the PLL, which would take you around a few extra seconds, you will be sub 30. So before you solve your 3x3 cube, you will have 15 seconds inspection, of course. And during this inspection, you want to try and use up most of the time wisely. So the first step in this method is the cross. So you want to try and solve the cross in your mind in the fewest moves possible, and you want to remember them. So when you go straight onto your solve, you can just do the cross and then get into your F2L straight away. Or if you can't do that, you can at least do most of the cross, so the first 3 edges and then getting onto the final edge and then going into your F2L. The cross is a crucial step as it's the first step and most people mess up on it, and the most efficient way to solving the cross is solving it on the bottom. Therefore you do not have to do any cube rotations, which will make your times go faster. There are many videos on YouTube on how to do the cross faster and more efficiently. So the next tip is your F2L. As I mentioned before, the cross is important. Also your F2L is very important as this is the step that takes the longest, and your F2L should be done in about maybe 15 or 16 seconds along with the cross. And the most crucial step as I mentioned, and to be faster at it, you want to learn lots of F2L algorithms. There can be many intuitive algorithms which you can find on YouTube, and there can be some harder cases. I suggest you learn the easy and intuitive cases first, such as the edged solved and inserting in a corner. These algorithms are quite easy, and there are many simple algorithms which are only 3 moves long in inserting a pair. The third tip is about your OLL and your PLL. So most people think that you need to know full OLL and full PLL to be a certain time. This is true, but as we're talking about sub 30 OLL, you should maybe learn Tulip OLL, which I know, and a few other extra easier cases. This can be very helpful as the OLL can be completed faster than using a beginner's method on the last layer. For PLL, I do suggest you learn full PLL, and if you really don't want to learn all 21 algorithms, at least learn Tulip PLL and some other easier cases, because the OLL and PLL are quite fast, and if you learn the extra cases, you'll be faster during those two last steps, which could even get you sub 25. Another tip is the cube you're using. So I'm not saying to buy the latest speed cubes that there are, and it doesn't mean that the latest ones that come out are the best cubes. Of course, we're talking about sub 30 here, so we're not going to be using the Rubiks brand or anything like that. Anything like a budget cube like a Weilong could get you sub 30. Even a Rubiks brand could, with adding in a bit of Vaseline. But into speed cubes, the best budget cube could be a YJ Weilong, Sulong, and so on. There are lots of speed cubes out there, and you just need to find the suitable one which is a suitable speed for you and it just feels best for you. Another tip is to use finger tricks. Most of you guys are probably using finger tricks as you are probably around 40 or 50 seconds or something like that. But this is a tip, and some people don't use finger tricks, and if you don't know what they are, you can just search up on YouTube finger tricks how to do finger tricks on a 3x3 and they'll come up. Finger tricks are basically when you're turning the cube, rather than doing full hand twists, you just do the finger tricks which make the solve way faster. So this next tip is once you've learnt your OLL and your PLL and just learnt the cases, you want to just constantly do the algorithms really fast on the 3x3, so you'll become faster at doing the algorithms and they'll be in your muscle memory, so when you come to the case, you'll be able to do that case automatically. So another tip is doing efficient solving. By this I mean when you're solving, try not to do lots of cube rotations and things like U3s because that can just slow you down. So this next tip kind of relates to tip 8, so the efficiency of when you're solving, if that makes sense. So once you've learnt your algorithms, such as your OLLs and PLLs, and you've maybe just learnt F2L, and you're just learning the algorithms and stuff, and you're just doing casual solves, you want to just do some slow solves. So by this, I mean just doing some slow solves and just looking for your F2L pairs slowly, and then when you do slow solves, you'll just it'll be very fluid and you won't have any lockups and stuff. And if you keep doing these slow solves and you keep practicing, at first your times may decrease a bit, but they'll increase and become better after a while. And the most crucial and last tip on becoming sub 30 or any time on 3x3 is to just practice. Practicing can decrease your times a lot. My transaction from being sub 40 to sub 30 was made by learning 1 or 2 extra algorithms and constantly practicing. If you practice your solves a lot and learn the algorithms and stick to the algorithms that you've learnt, and you just keep practicing, your solves will just suddenly decrease and they'll just become better. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and it helped you, and especially Troll Cuba, because without his comment this video wouldn't have been made. And if this video helped you, please drop a like and please subscribe.